Morning, everybody. Want to wish everybody a happy new year. Obviously, we're here for Logan today. Just on behalf of Rutgers football, we want to thank Logan and his family for everything they've done for us and for our program over the course of the last 4 years. There's so many positives that speak about Logan, and that's even before you talk about him as a football player. The academic success he's had here at Rutgers and just a tremendous person that he is, speaks volumes to the type of family that he comes from, and we're very proud to have him be part of our Rutgers football family. There's not a more dedicated player, on or off the field than Logan, and I think Logan will be the first to tell you that the legacy that he learned from under Devin McCourty, and I'll be the first to tell you that the younger players in our program, what they've learned from him over the last 4 years, of the way he prepares and goes about his business, the type of person he is in the community, just is really personifies what Rutgers football is all about. We look forward to seeing Logan join a proud fraternity of Rutgers alumni in the National Football League and carry on a tradition and standard, that's set by the Jason McCourtys, the Devin McCourtys of this world, and there's not a more valued member of the Rutgers football family, and we're just thankful for what he's brought to this program, and we wish him nothing but the best. And without any further ado, we'll bring Logan up here and let him say a couple words.
First off, I just want to thank you guys for coming out today. I understand it's the holiday season. I want to wish you a happy new year. I'm just going to say thanks to the important people in my life, announce my decision and tell you guys why. First, I want to thank God. Without him, none of this is possible. He made me, the man I am today. Next, I want to get to my family. I have my father with me today. I have a beautiful mother who was there for me and my older brother. Fed us every single meal, was at every single practice, just, it was just the sole provider for me. My father, he's one of the greatest role models, probably the best role model I have in my life. To be married for over 20 years with my mother, high school sweethearts, and to show me what it's like to be a man in this day and age where there's very few black male role models. I really think that I learned a lot from him, and I hope I can be half the man that he is. Next, I want to thank, Rutgers University for accepting me, as a student first and an athlete second. I'm honored, to play for this great state and to attend this great university, starting from, Tim Pernetti in the athletic department all the way down to what I'm going to get to next, our coaching staff. I want to thank Coach Flood, personally, who can't make it here today. But, he wished me the best. I wish him the best. He's a great leader. And this program's in great hands with Coach Flood. The way he came in from day one and maintained a coaching staff and to really have us players believing in his vision in the first year. And he really set a new standard and expectation for not only this team, but this school and this state. So I want to personally thank Coach Flood and his family. Next, I want to thank Coach Schiano. He had a huge impact in my career. He recruited me here personally. Out of high school, he believed in me. I wanted to stay in state for him. And he's off to bigger things with the Tampa Bay Bucks. But I spoke to him. I sent him a text message before this day and just let him know the impact he had on me, not only as a player but as a man. He taught me to focus on the details and the little things, and really, really made me take a huge step in my career. Now I want to formally announce that I will be declaring for the 2013 NFL Draft. I got the blessings from my head coach. I got the blessings from my family, and I felt it deep down in my heart that it's the right decision for me. I'm a competitor at all times, and I feel like I want to compete at the highest level possible. I feel like it's an opportunity, and I think in life, when you're presented opportunities, you can't be afraid. You got to make the most of them, and I feel like it's the next stage in my career. Here's a couple reasons why. Well, first of all, I want to touch on the team. I understand we didn't end the way that people want us to end, and we know that. But we came to work, me included, each and every single day, and especially the senior class. I was very fortunate to play with one of the hardest working group of senior classes. They didn't come in highly touted as other classes are today, but I think what they've accomplished over these years is far more than a record. I was privileged to play, with a two-time Big East Player of the Year to my left of me and a two-time All-Big East safety, behind me, covering up for some of my mistakes and always keeping me on track. And, I mean, just the defense as a whole, to be top 15 in almost every single category that there is, and top 5 in points allowed and turnovers and rush defense and every category you look at it, I think that really attributes to the passion that we play with, starting with Coach Smith, how he makes us practice each and every day, and just the ability to be great. And I think we really bought into that, and that's what we believe in. So, to renounce or to reiterate, I'm declaring I'm happy that I am. I feel like it's the right decision for me. My coach Flood and my family and my father have blessed the decision. So, I mean, I'm going to sleep good at night. So, any questions?
Did you contact the NFL in terms of where you might be drafted, and what kind of feedback did you get from them?
No, I did not contact the NFL personally. I mean, feedback, I hear what everyone else hears. I have family, text me and call me, whatever it may be. But I was really focused on the season this year. I really wanted to win a championship. I hadn't won a championship at any level, even starting with Little League. And I'm happy to get a share of a Big East championship this year. I wish, I had more, but, I mean, you got to be grateful for what you got. And with that, getting drafted is all on you. It's all on me. Personally, I decide where I get drafted. So I'm going to work hard and I try to get drafted high as possible.
Logan, I guess just being a fourth-year guy, how close are you to getting your degree, and how important was that in your decision?
Oh, yeah. It's funny because my father was the first person in my family to go to college, and my older brother was probably the second, and he's an engineer at Drexel. So, I'm not as smart as he is, but I'm 15 credits short of – I have 15 credits to go to get my degree, and I don't think that I'll be allowed in the house if I wasn't going to get it sooner than later. So I think being allowed to get my degree online also played a role, because I can, get that degree on online classes in the next semester or whenever I feel that the time is right. But I don't think my father and my brother would let me in the house if I didn't get a degree soon.
Logan, has there been any kind of thoughts to where you're going to train or agent or anything like that?
No, I have not, chose or signed with an agent. I'm sure training and all that will follow up. This was the first step for me. Winning a Big East championship was my main focus this year. Winning the bowl game was my second. And, this is the third, so I'm taking everything one step at a time.
Logan, when did thoughts of the NFL start to emerge for you?
Well, I would say after the season. I didn't make my decision until last night. I was going both ways. I spoke to some people, some former players during the bowl prep, but I didn't like how we ended the year, personally. I'm a perfectionist. I didn't like how I played the last game. I don't like how our team played the last game, but that's how it is. And I didn't want to be a distraction to Rutgers, because the team's more important than I am about a decision or my future. I felt like the team was more important, and I was going to focus on the team until, the time was right to focus on me. So I didn't think about anything until, after that Virginia Tech game.
Was it an easy decision for you to come to, or did you wrestle with it for a while?
I mean, I think any big decision's not necessarily easy. It wasn't a no-brainer in the sense. I mean, I love school. There's advantages of coming back. There's disadvantages as well. And I felt like in my heart, I'm ready for the next challenge. And once my head coach and my father and my parents blessed it, then I felt like it was the right decision. And I do feel like it's the right decision. And, so that's really it about that.
With Logan, you said that you didn't talk to any NFL people. Did anybody in your camp talk to any NFL personnel people to get an idea as to where you might get drafted?
I mean, yeah, my family, my father was heavily involved. I kind of delegated him the duties of whoever was ever trying to contact him. And I let it be clear, early on in the year that I wanted to focus on playing football, and he can focus on the rest. And he reiterated what he heard after my season was over. So, I let him answer those questions, but to me, I would just focus on winning football games.
Coach Smith mentioned, we introduced you about the lessons that you're going to be teaching these younger guys that you've already taught. What do you think about this secondary next year without you and losing all those other seniors?
Yeah, the one thing that I feel Rutgers does a great job of redshirting, and we brought in the highest rated class of all time and played only 2 players out of that. And I think I was redshirted, and a lot of great players were, and that's not a bad thing at all. So I think some of our players, because they got redshirted, get brushed under the bed. People forget about them. But we have a lot of talent, sitting in that secondary room. I see it in practice every day. I'm sure you guys do. And because, they had the opportunity to sit and learn from guys like us who we sat and learned, I felt like they're more than ready. It's just they have to get the opportunity. And I think their opportunity is now, and I hope they make the most of it. I hope they learned how I approach the game and, just to take it every single day and try to get better.
With Logan, with your skill set, being a physical corner who could also cover, how do you think that's going to translate to the next level? Do you think that's what the NFL is looking for?
Yeah, I think the NFL is looking for complete corners. It's a passing league. You need a lot of DBs, and DBs got to be able to tackle in space. Covering just half the job. I feel like I'm a above average tackler, and I feel like I have the intangibles necessary, but nobody right now on December 31st or December 31st is ready to play in the NFL. I need to get better. I need to work on all facets of my game, and that's what I'll continue to do.
And what about Devin? What did he tell you? What kind of, I know you guys are close.
Yeah.
What kind of advice did he give you?
It's a unique situation with Devin McCourty because I've got to, live in his shadow for so long, and I hope my legacy is Logan Ryan's legacy, not, Devin McCourty's legacy. But Devin blessed my decision as well, and he understands that we're different players. We both have the same approach to the game, and, I study greatness. I think Devin's a great player. But, he told me, you're your own individual. It's your own decision. I support you either way. So I think that really gave me, the freedom, like, what, it's up to me. It's not really, what Devin did or what, Courtney Green did. It's really what, I want to do. And I feel like we're in different situations. But, Devin is a great friend and a great mentor for me, and he will continue to be that.
Logan, besides just thanking Coach Schiano, did you talk at all about any NFL prospects at all?
Not much. I mean, from playing under Schiano, I know he's very focused on winning games and the task at hand. So I did not want to, deter him from the season he was having. I felt it was important to, to keep him focused. I sent him a text message last night letting him know and thanking him personally for, what he's done for me and really helped me take the next step to be a pretty good college player. So I just, it was more just thanking him as a person, not any NFL information or anything in that sense.
Has it sunk in for you yet that you're done with your Rutgers career heading to the NFL?
I don't think it has. I'm sure it will as things change. Things happen so fast, but I had a blast while I was here. I mean, I enjoyed playing in front of these fans, and I'm a Jersey guy, and I'm happy I stayed home, and I hope a whole bunch of other Jersey kids stay home because I think I show that you can get everything you dream for coming from this school.
Any other questions for Logan?
Thank you. I hope you all have happy holidays.